I have to talk about this dream. I ate a banana and I had some orange juice, so I think it's safe. Okay, so it was a really horrible nightmare that I had. And so in this nightmare, the most of it, like I was with somebody, I don't know who it was. I don't know if it was a female or a male, if it was a friend or enemy. I don't know who it was. I mean, I don't think it was an enemy. They didn't give me an enemy vibe. It was just somebody that I couldn't see, or they were foggy in the dream, I guess, or I didn't look at their details or see who they were. But I was walking with somebody to, well, I was in this area and I was checking on my son's father in the dream, and I went to the room where he was at to check on him, and only he wasn't in there. There was like these white coats in there, and I guess it was some kind of a facility, like I thought in the dream, I thought it was like a hospital or something. Well, it ended up being some kind of house of horrors, and every time we had to escape and like with our lives and stuff, and there was people being murdered in there and tortured, and there was abuse of corpses going on, all kinds of creepy weirdo fucking shit, and it just had to do with like danger and and we narrowly escaped with our lives out of the facility, and I woke up horrified. And of course my son's father wasn't in the room. He was missing and apparently probably dead or something, chopped up in a bucket somewhere, who knows. It was awful. It was awful. I woke up and I was shook, dude, to the core. I was so freaked out. And so it took about 20 minutes of me trying to think about why I was having that dream to realize that my son's father got put in jail at the about a month ago, and he was recently released from jail to go to a treatment facility, I guess for drugs and or alcohol. And so that really freaked me out. I was like, "Oh my god, that wasn't a hospital. That must have been the treatment facility that he was at. That must have been the treatment facility he was at that I was going to check on him at, not a hospital." And I was like, "What goes on at rehab centers and treatment facilities?" I was like, "He's probably in danger." That's what I was thinking. I was freaking out. I was like, "Oh no, oh no, maybe that dream's trying to tell me he's in danger." Well, I kept thinking about it and thinking about it. And then all of a sudden I was like, wait a minute, I realized. And then now I realize exactly what the dream meant. The dream was more symbolic, but also it was it wasn't just symbolic, but it was also real too, because like in real life there were so many times that I opened the door for him to let him back in, only to make sure to see how he was doing, to let JD know he was safe or whatever. Against my own better judgment, I would answer the door for him many times in the past, only for him to bring me back down to where he was and put me in danger of dying, and get me to where I was back in a bad place in my life. And I just realized that dream meant that if I associate with him or allow him back in my life, because I had to risk my life and I almost lost my life trying to escape that place, just that I went to help him out or to see how he was doing, or to be there for him, and doing that almost cost me my life in the dream. I think the dream was telling me, hey, stay away from him completely. Don't ever associate with him again, because associating with him is going to bring me down too. I think that's exactly what the dream meant, you guys. But it took me so much time. It took me so much freaking out to really get there. But yeah, so that's basically what I was dreaming. I had a dream that it was a freaking terrifying dream. I didn't think I was even going to talk about it. It was a horrible nightmare. But yeah, it took me a little bit to realize. But that's what I think it was. It was the dream was basically saying, hey, stay away from him completely. Don't associate with him at all. Don't even check on him. Don't even check on him, because if you do, you're risking your life. And I'm 6 months clean right now, so knock on wood. Well, there's no wood, but just hope. I think I know what it was telling me. It was a warning to not associate with them at all, because if I do, it's risking my life. Like it always was in the past. It was the same way. Either me getting beaten to death by him, or him not. I mean, he can't really force me to do anything, but me getting back in a bad place in my life. So basically, there's that. And then I want to talk about the crazy dream I had 2 nights ago. Mercury is in retrograde right now, and so it's not uncommon to have dreams about an ex. Well, I had a dream about a Virgo ex of mine from a long time ago named Nate. And in this dream, he was here with me. Well, and I wasn't having any bad time with him, but he wanted something to eat, so he he wanted some egg rolls. And now I just had a big old plate of Chinese food before I fell asleep and had this dream the other night. Just so that's probably where the egg rolls came from in the dream. Well, so in this dream, he wanted me to make him some egg rolls, so I preheat the oven. Then he told me he wanted me to microwave him because somebody was giving him a vehicle or something, or his grandma, and he had to go there, but he would be back later. But he wanted me to microwave him so he could hurry up because he couldn't stay long. And so I went to microwave them, and then I started running into all these like whoever and Coomer go to White Castle type of problems. Harold and Coomer go to White Castle type of problems, where like first of all, like the microwave had foil in it and it started sparking, and then there was a lot of foil in the microwave for some reason, and it took me forever to get all the foil out of the microwave. I was struggling to do that, and I finally got all the foil out of the microwave, and then I lost one of the egg rolls. There was only 2 left, and I lost one, and I was looking for it, but I couldn't find it. And the more I scrambled around to hurry up, the longer it took. And then when I finally gave up looking for that other egg roll, I was looking. I couldn't find nothing size appropriate to put it on. To put it in the microwave. So all I could find was a coffee cup. So I put it on the coffee cup, and it was all bent and it looked ruined and shit. But I gave it to him anyway. But in the dream, I didn't hate him, or you know what I mean. Like I didn't want him to leave. I mean, I didn't hate him. I mean, he in the dream he was a good energy. Well, exactly a year ago to that day, last year when Mercury was in retrograde, I had a dream about one of my other exes, an Aquarius ex named Michael. The one I was with him for 9 years, and it was a bad relationship, a really bad one. And in that dream, he brought 2 snakes with him. This was just a year ago from the day I had the dream about my ex Nate, the Virgo. But the dream about Michael, because I you know how I remember this exactly is because I got on my Facebook memories and I talked about it on Facebook. So if it wasn't for that, I would never remember that it was exactly 1 year ago from that day that I had the dream about my ex Mike. He brought 2 snakes, and I was tired and I wanted to go to sleep, and he went and he brought snakes over, and I asked him nicely to leave with the snakes, you know, and he had left one of the snakes behind, and it was loose somewhere, and I couldn't sleep, and I was scared to death, and I couldn't get a hold of him to get a snake and take it back with him. And all I wanted in that dream was for him to get his fucking snakes and his own slimy self and get the fuck away from me forever. That's all I wanted in that dream. In that dream, the energy was bad. I didn't want him near me. I wanted him to go away forever. That was my Aquarius ex, Michael Hollow. But yeah, you guys, anyone else having any crazy dreams about exes while Mercury's in retrograde? This is my second dream of this since Mercury went in retrograde mode, I think it was like around the 21st, maybe the 22nd, I don't know. But from that day on, starting from the 23rd, I had a dream about my Virgo ex Nate. And then just now I had a dream about my son's father. So anyone else having any crazy dreams about exes, you know, now that Mercury's in retrograde? Oh, you guys, am I making friends? I'm going to go with no on that one. But I just thought I would share some of that stuff. It's pretty crazy. And so that's where I'm at with everything. Yeah, you guys, 6 months is pretty good for me. I really think so. And I just want to keep it going. I don't want to say too much because when you say stuff about it, it fucks everything up. And I've been doing so good. That's what it is. But yeah, how's everybody, huh? Am I making friends here? I'm barely making it through my days. I just had to eat a banana and have some orange juice just so I could tell that nightmare, man. You guys, it was frightening. I don't even want to talk about sleep paralysis. That's another topic for another time. You guys, I don't even know anymore. Oh yeah, so I'm still seeing all kinds of stuff that, like, there was this episode of Here's Lucy where her daughter or her mom pointed out, like, the picture. There was like this photograph of some like older actress, right? Actress with parentheses on it, like more like an actor in a dress, right? And so her daughter made a funny remark, and it was something like, "Hey, back then you could really tell the difference between a man and a woman." Because back then they didn't have that many good surgeons and stuff. They didn't have all that stuff. So they weren't as easily able to pull it off. And the photo of the older celebrity that was supposedly a female did not look like a female at all. But, you know, it's what it is. I don't know. You guys, I see that stuff everywhere still. Once you see it, you can unsee it. It's what it is. I just don't say too much because I don't want to lose another channel. This channel doesn't have really a lot of subs. It doesn't have a lot of good content on it, but that's okay. I don't need all that stuff. I don't need it. It's what it is. I still love you guys anyway, so whatever. I love all 7 of you guys, or all 3 of you guys who view my... I get like 2 views per video, and I don't even care. You guys, I don't even care. I don't do it for the views. If I did it for the view, if I was doing it for the views, I would have more views, believe me. I'm not trying to get views. I'm just doing my own thing. I'm really keeping a video diary like a journal. You know, like in the Bible days, biblical days, people kept books on record of things, you know, and they put all the books together, or so many of the books together. 66 of them, the ones they wanted to put in there, and they called it the whole thing in the Holy Bible. And it was just 66 books of people's and their accounts. I think of it more of a history book. The 66 books that were put together. That was just some of the many that people kept. So now we have videos. So I like to keep video diaries of things, and when I have stuff to think about, or I want to look back later, like these dreams I had, you know, I'll have the video diaries, hopefully. Well, my other ones got taken away, but I'm making new ones, so it's what it is. All right, you guys, bye for real, though. Thanks for watching if you watched. I don't care if you watched or not. I mean, I hope you did and hope you didn't. I mean, if you didn't want to, I hope you didn't. If you wanted to, I hope you did. It's what it is. I love you guys, though, for real. Bye.